Hey guys, so it's been a while. How you been? What's been happening with you? You have to understand that in life, when you're doing things, when you're uploading content online, when you're doing TAFE work or school or whatever it is, you have to be someone. Okay, you have to be a someone, and you have to be growing yourself and living the life. You understand? Because the life that you live does matter, and you want to be making a difference in the world that you're in. So let's say you're not that rich, but you want to make a seminar around town, or you want to make events around people, or whatever it is. You have to get to the point where you feel so confident about who you are that it doesn't matter how much money you have. It matters only that you do it, only that you start, only that you start teaching your best skills, that you start teaching something that's worth knowing. You know what it is, guys? That no matter how much content I post online now, that people will never pay me money. I can post millions of bits of content online and I won't get paid by you online or by people online. You know why? Because I need to give information. I need to give information without receiving, in terms of not receiving, I receive, but I have to give content online without expecting anything in return. You know, I have to be giving a lot of myself. I have to be giving information that helps other people. And I have to be doing that now. And I have to make sense of the world around me so that I can benefit myself to grow, but also to learn and do my best work. You know, so giving you this content helps me to basically do my work and to basically help you. You know, while you're at school, just keep writing. Just write. You know, because when you're writing, while you're at school, you're focused. You're creating more information. You're looking between the lines. You're looking between the spaces. And you're going somewhere with your writing. So go to the coffee shop and get your laptop out and start writing about life. Start doing something to help yourself to succeed. Start living your best lifestyle. Start enjoying your life for what it is, but start helping yourself to have a great life and quit vaping, quit cigarettes, quit drugs in your life. You know, try not to drink caffeine. Try to have a good sleep schedule. Try to have a good work schedule, and try to do your passions more than ever before. Hey guys, some key things I learned recently, that I only approach people who are alone. You know, I start conversations with people who are alone in life. You know, so I don't walk up to a group and start talking to them, nor do I give my business card to people who are in a group. You understand? So what I do is I give business cards only to people who are alone. You understand? Those are the only people I do business with. I do business with people who are alone in life. You understand? Because everything else is rejection. And you have to realize that when you're a man and you're looking for a woman, you approach a woman that is alone. Okay? Because when they're alone, you got a better chance at success. Or when you want to meet a friend or something in a nightclub or somewhere, you approach them when they're alone, not with other friends. Okay? You go with yourself, but don't approach them when they're with their friends. Okay? Approach people when they're alone, talk to them, and try to find value in what you're saying to them, and try to give them value based on what you want the outcome to be. Hey guys, there is a new way that I hold my pen, like this. So my thumb is touching the end of the pen, and then I do air writing like that. Why? Because when I'm driving, I tend to do this while I drive. Okay? Because when I air write like this, for example, I always have to do that. I have to like get the grip of the pen. So I find at the end of the pen, I hold my pen like that at the end, and I find that I don't have to grip my pen repeatedly. So I can just air write like that and basically hold my pen like that and just air write, and I don't have to keep, you know, getting the pen to soothe my appetite. But what I do is I hold the pen and I give like that. For example, I write like that, but since I write like this now, I'm much more, let's say, preoccupied with my pen, you know. So also things I learned today is, for example, to make sure that when you leave your stuff, bring your most valuable and expensive things with you. Something that you can't afford to lose, something that you can't afford to buy again. Bring that kind of stuff with you. You understand? But also you have to realize with that, it's not just money, it's also time. Okay? Money is important, time is important. Time is even more important than money. Okay? When you have a lot of time, you have a lot of things to do with your time. You fill it with purpose, you fill it with passions, but time you can never get back. Okay? You can add time to your life, but you can never get your time back. Money you can always get back, but always have, but never go for money back. Okay? Never go for money back. Try to add money to your life and try to learn from the experience. So I'm just on my break now. So first I had a 1 hour break, and for that 1 hour break I sat in a coffee shop and I just wrote in my laptop Code Zero. And you can find my book Code Zero, the code of Danny Milivojevic, on my link tree inside my Instagram bio link, or you can find it on my amazon.com.au account. And now you have to realize I'm writing Code Zero at a coffee shop. You know, a woman comes by, you know, people are talking to each other, everything. You know, people are walking by. I'll go back to where I need to go. And basically I have another break, but this time I have a 30-minute break. And because I have a 30-minute break, I'm just sitting here, but I'm not going to the coffee shop. And why is that? Because there's only 30 minutes break, and I'm here to do some videos for myself, like making content in videos and air writing in the process, with my time of 30 minutes before class. And you have to realize that life goes by, you know, life happens, life does extraordinary things. So you have to realize to make your life what it is today, and to give your content to people so you can help yourself the most. You know, the best thing you guys can do is don't rob people, don't steal from them. You know, let's say someone leaves their phone on the table and goes somewhere, and you look at their phone, don't steal their phone. And let's say the car door opens to someone's car and they're not in the vehicle, for example, don't go looking in their car trying to see what they got in their car, for example. You know, what you can do is notify someone, for example, to help them to succeed, but also to grow yourself as much as possible and help yourself to really live a great life. You know, trying to thrive, trying to do something for yourself, trying to basically make a video here and there, posting it online, making content online, helping yourself with whatever you're doing with your life, you know, giving some advice, giving some life content, giving something that you've learnt in life, and then going back home and just writing and listening to the news and following stories and following people and trying to get somewhere with your life, you know. That's what it's all about. It's always about where are you going, how are you succeeding, and why are you doing what you are doing. You know what you guys have to do? Find a space where you're alone, when you're alone, and make content, make videos, make audio programs, make photos of yourself, make quotes, make writing materials when you're alone. When you're alone, you create. Find some sunny area. For example, find a shade spot somewhere. Sit down like I am right now, where there's not too much sun in your face, and when there is light and good lighting as well, make a video like that and start making content when you're alone. And when you're around people, focus on yourself, focus on your life. And you have to realize that writing is self-care. The more you write, the better you are, and the better your mindset is, and the better you'll do in life. You know what I enjoy right now the most? The most I enjoy right now, for example, because I'm not vaping at the moment, and because I'm not vaping, I'm enjoying my breathing, I'm enjoying my energy, I'm enjoying how I feel when I'm not vaping. I'm enjoying the process of not taking breaks to go vape. I'm enjoying the process of life without vaping. I'm enjoying the process of no nicotine cravings for vaping, you know, and I'm enjoying the process of how I feel youthful and healthy when I'm not vaping, you know. So I quit vaping 3 times with lozenges. So I take 2 4-milligram lozenges, which is 8 milligrams in total. And when I do this, what I'm doing is I'm just sucking on the lozenge, eating it, for example, and that removes my craving for the vape. So that's how I quit vaping 3 times, just with lozenges, and that's all it took for me to be basically vape free. Hey guys, so what I do in my daily life is I show people my social media only by my business card in real life, you know, because only when they're alone do I only give them my business card. So let's say a girl is with her friend, I don't go showing them my social media because first of all, they're together and they can reject me and stuff, but I go and show people alone who are alone my business card, which has my social media on it, but I don't go showing them my social media via my phone, okay? Because I give them my business card, and because I give them my business card, they can go in their own time and look at my social media. And now my social media has a lot of resources, lots of information about life that I help people with. So giving content is a good thing, and also make sure that you keep some level of privacy, for example, and make sure that you're helping yourself. Hey guys, so the good thing is that when you're air writing, okay, you're passing by time, okay, but you're learning with your time. Your hand makes you learn, okay? So use your hand to learn things about life. Your hand can teach you so many things about life that all you have to do is use your hands to learn, to grow, and to manifest your life, and to make sure that you're living according to how you need to live, okay? So use your hands to air write, use your hands to write down things, use your hands to use your hands to maneuver around life, and make sure that you're learning with your hands every single day of your life, because your hands need to be utilized to make sure you're growing and that you're making content with your hands so that you're living the best life possible.